Okay, so after a very long wait, they finally got the Lincoln Continental in, and now I get to finally find out about the Lincoln Continental. Now, this right here is the refreshed MKZ, this blue one. So as you can see, they have a new front fascia for the Lincoln cars. And that is the Lincoln Continental. So basically, you can see that it has a wider, larger face and grille. And this color, I'm not sure what the name of this color is, stands out, it's nice. The back end of this car, they really should have gone something like that for the Lincoln MKZ. You know, I mean, if they're gonna refresh the front, they might as well refresh the back too. But it works. So basically, I'm looking into this car as possibly a car service lease, you know, because there's a lot of people, if you get this car in black, you can use it for your Uber Black service that we run. And let's see, what's the color? This color is jade green metallic, cappuccino luxury leather. The car retails for $55,000 basically, and then when you factor in tax, that's like another $3,500, another $4,000. So basically, you're basically looking at the cost of what the Lincoln MKS Ultimate cost. So power fold mirrors. They have a lot of chrome on this thing. Wheels look good. Those are some nice looking wheels. Very good looking car. Very, very good looking. And I already saw one of these at the car show, but it was a pre-production model, so they didn't want to let anybody get in it. And the tire size, these are Eagle F1s. I'm really surprised that they went with Goodyear. Usually Cadillac and Lincoln try to go with Michelin, because Michelin is, for one thing, a more expensive tire, and some people swear by them. I'm really surprised they didn't go with that, because the Eagle F1s, these are the type of tires that you get when you buy a SRT vehicle typically. So I'm actually surprised. But that's the jade green metallic Lincoln Continental for 2017. Very lovely interior, and as some of you've already seen, some of the functions that are different from other cars. This is a emergency door release, just in case these power door locks in here stop working on the handles. As you can see, this car has different types of handles and different types of locks than most other cars have. What I thought originally would have been a pull latch is a push button, and you push this and that causes the electronic door to unlock. In emergency, you pull this, obviously, just in case you lose power. And as I mentioned, there is that back seat package, which this car doesn't have. But so long as you don't have any of the major back seat options, you have the reclining seats right here, the 40-60 split bench. If you do get the back seat options, you miss out on that. Now, as I've said, headroom could be a lot better in this car, because to tell you the truth, the interior dimensions feel a lot like the Lincoln MKS. And that's not a good thing. So this car, as you can see, has the splits for the waterfall cushions, or the thigh supports, you could call them. And this car, obviously, because it doesn't have all those extra features, this car has the regular standard chairs. And you're gonna pay a lot more if you wanna get the more advanced chairs. So that's something to keep in mind. If you wanna get the advanced technology options, you're gonna pay a little bit more. There's also a power lumbar right here and here for your lower back. But unless you get those advanced seat options, you don't get the powered upper, you don't get the powered shell headrest that pushes in and out. There's a lot of things that you don't get unless you spend a little bit more money. So this is the main Lincoln Continental. Now, and I'll say what they needed to do is they needed to go a lot bigger on this car. And the sad thing is, every time I make a comment like that, there's always somebody who criticizes and says, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But guess what? When you look at their sales, you think to yourself, you know what, their sales could be so much better if their cars were bigger. The MKZ, in my opinion, is basically what this car right here should be, and the Lincoln Continental should be a little bit bigger. Like, you just have to do it. If you don't do it, then you're going to lose part of your clientele. And that's just a simple fact. You have to make these cars bigger. You just have to do it. Now, this is a very interesting side panel. You've got child locks. You got the mirror controls. Got the door lock and unlock. Looks great. It looks great. The materials feel and look great. I just need you to put more interior. It looks really good. It feels really good. I just can't wait for more of them to get that back seat package, you know?
Oh, that's gonna be hot, the back seat package.
Yeah, and the self-driving stuff, because they can stay in the lanes and all that. Because when you get these things, you got to get them fully loaded.
No, you have to.
Fully loaded.
If you get a nice car.
Huh?
If you get one of these cars, you have to get.
No, you got to get it fully loaded. All the equipment. Fully loaded. As these leases run out, it's like we just, replace it with the newest and the best.
Okay,
the newest and the best.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks and feels pretty good.
No, it's a beautiful ride.
Yeah.
This way.
Yep. And with the self-driving stuff, that would be like really great. You'd be in traffic and stop and go.
Stop and go. Yeah, it feels like you know about all this.
Oh, no, believe I've purchased so many cars.
You know about all that stop and go.
Let me tell you, I've bought so many cars. It's like I know these cars like a book.
Yeah, that's the best. Stop and go. Oh my God.
Yeah, but and they offer you a lot of stuff. And what I do like is that the newer cars, they have better gas mileage because of
they do.
These turbo engines,
You know what? Some people love this and some people hate it. I guess.
What did they say that they didn't like about it? One thing I'll tell you this: I was sitting in the back, and the headroom for me in the back could have been a little bit better. The headroom, yes.
Because I'm the middle.
Okay.
Some of them didn't. They thought it would have been different.
When they say different, what do you mean?
Like
bigger?
Like bigger.
And that's the thing, because you know what the problem is? A lot of the competition.
Is a little bit bigger.
Which one?
The S that you have is a little bit bigger on the back.
You know what? The headroom's a little bit bigger.
You know what is the back? Because you have the bubbly.
Oh, I think that's a Google car. Look at that. That's how they do your maps for Google car maps. And they have that camera, and that camera tracks the streets. And that camera, basically, it puts all those pictures everywhere. So basically, they just drive around any old way, any old direction, and it just maps the entire place. Oh, okay. So, yeah, got some Ram trucks.
Oh my God.
So they said bigger, and what else?
They wanted bigger and longer.
You didn't go to the car show, did you? Did you see the blue Navigator? They had a Navigator in a bright blue, and it had gull-wing doors.
I heard it's amazing.
But they said that I don't know if they're going to make it. They need to make that.
We're getting a Navigator. We're getting the new Navigators, but not that one.
If they build that would, you could sell at $100,000. People would buy it.
Probably.
People would buy it. It was incredible.
No, I saw the one. I mean, I've seen it online. I go online and look at it, but.
It was absolutely incredible, and it was just a nice color. Like, you don't see that kind of color on anything. Okay, it's about like the EcoBoost was.
Yeah, pretty much. Now this light make it go around. At this light make it all right.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
it's like it's like the MKZ powerful. I mean, it's gonna be powerful. Depends what motor you have to get more powerful.
Because we definitely want the best powerful motor. Because when you load the cars up, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Like,
you'll feel it.
Like if you load it up with people, or you load it up with if you go on a long drive.
Yeah, you can feel it. Definitely.
Oh yeah, this is it's lovely interior. I like the color. Love that color. And I guess the color options, you'll have a lot more options.
A lot, yes. It's totally a lot of options. All different kinds.
This is gorgeous.
I'm looking forward to the Navigator.
I don't.
You know what?
We have a V8 Navigator, and I think it's a 2010. But the problem was we wanted another V8, and they only made the V6. Now they say that it has more power, but when you tow, you get worse gas mileage. You know, when you tow with it, because it uses more boost pressure.
What do you guys use?
Car service.
Oh, okay.
You know, like Uber.
Uber?
Yep.
A lot of the Ubers, you know what a lot of them get? The MKT.
The MKT, you know why? It's a crossover. It's got a lot of headroom. It's got a lot of leg room.
A lot of them get that.
When you have a funeral service, the MKT is the best.
Yeah.
But if you're doing like limo, chauffeur,
right. It's like okay.
You know, if you for what we like cars that look just like this.
Okay.
Black cars. You know, nice interiors. Not too nice because you don't want people messing it up. You got to keep detailing it.
Yeah, because they know how to do that.
But it's really good money. Believe me or not, the cars pay for themselves.
Okay. So
because in like less than a week, you've already made the car payment. In
so
less
it's
than a
actually
week.
worth it.
It is. It really is. That's why a lot of people do it.
Yeah, we get a lot of them.
Yeah.
We get a lot of them, I have to say.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? If money's money, right?
Yeah.
If you can make money doing that, why not?
And you've been to Manhattan.
Yeah.
If you do car servicing between Manhattan and JFK or Manhattan and LaGuardia,
right?
it works perfect. It works perfect.
That's all you need.
Works absolutely perfect.
It's a nice car. It's all you're going to like it.
Because I'll tell you, some of the people, $150 for one way to JFK.
Yeah.
To JFK, one way, $150. Sometimes $200 with the tips.
Right. We're going to make a right,
Yeah.
So you like it, right? You like the feel. It's nice.
Yeah.
So no more MKS. We actually sold our last MKS.
No kidding. So you don't order anymore?
We don't have no more. They don't make anymore. It's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done with that. Thank God. Now we got new ones coming out.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I'm probably sure you probably noticed the MKS that actually sold the most was just the base model.
Yes.
Because nobody's really racing in these cars. Nobody's.
Where they going?
Yeah.
No.
You're just driving it smooth down south, Florida.
Yep. A lot of them do. It's a beautiful car.
Yeah.
It is.
Quiet, very quiet.
We had the one we just sold was the last hybrid we had.
Oh, the last hybrid?
2016 hybrid, yeah.
Wow.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, they're very, very quiet. And they're very smooth ride, very quiet foot. Like the Lincoln cars have great ride quality. They really do.
I used to have a Cadillac.
Which one?
SRX.
Oh yeah, my mom has that.
Yeah.
In fact, I got it for her.
It's different. It's different than, Lincoln and Cadillac.
Alright.
Now work is here.
Very, very nice. Let me let this guy go.
Like I said, if you want to come back later and speak to any of the salespeople, they're definitely here. They're just doing them. Put a call. I'll take it.
Alright, if you move the car on back in. Okay. Alright.
Look at you. You're feeling this. You're like, this is great.
Yeah. Push reverse. We're going to reverse. It's a really great car. So I already know we're going to end up getting one. The only question is what options we're going to have when we actually get it. But it's a really great car, really great feel. Really great feel. And the women are going to love the luxurious interior. They're going to love it. Headroom could be a little bit better, but other than that, it's fantastic. If you get the more expensive version of the car, you'll pay closer to $60,000 and possibly even exceed $60,000. But what you'll get is the more advanced front seat and the more advanced rear seat package. As you can see, there is a left and right toggle for the waterfall cushions. Most other cars typically keep the waterfall cushions as one piece, and they usually make it pop in and retract back inwards, so that this way you can give the underside of your thighs a little bit more comfort. The seats also have a mid-back reclining option, and they also have obviously the powered headrest option. And I actually really like these seats. Hopefully what Lincoln will do is put these seats into the MKZ and probably even port these seats into the upper end crossover cars, because ultimately In my opinion, Lincoln has a better product here than the Cadillac CT6. Despite the fact the CT6 is a rear-wheel drive car and maybe offers a little bit more power, I really like the materials that are in the Lincoln a little bit more. So I'd hope to see that in the future Lincoln cars. Naturally, the other thing that they added was physical controls, such as I already showed you in the MKZ. The physical controls make quickly changing your heating and seat cooling, as well as other functions like the windshield and the rear defroster and the front defogger. It makes changing all of that much simpler. You can't replace a seat knob and a volume knob, so I wish the industry would simply stop trying. This is a lot easier to use than the last models. If I have to level one complaint, it's that the rear seat headroom feels roughly the same as I felt in the CT6. They're both too short, and I wasn't impressed because I couldn't sit straight up. Now, smaller people, such as the people in China that they model a lot of these cars after, won't have this problem, but I was disappointed by rear seat headroom. The legroom is okay in the back, but headroom, having more of it, helps make the case for a car this size. That is part of the reason why people are going to crossovers instead. It's because they get more legroom and they get more headroom because they're sitting straight up. So if they would fix that by making higher headroom space, which I hope they'll do, but I guess they're not going to be able to do it this time around, then they'd have a way better product. What they really need to do is benchmark the S-Class, and they need to benchmark the Hyundai Genesis, because they didn't skimp when they made their rear seat headroom. Shorter people won't have a problem with it, but my issue is there is a buyer market going on right now that is moving towards crossovers simply because they aren't able to get the interior space out of these cars that they want and demand. They want to feel like they have a big car. Okay. Okay, so they have the split bench, but if you now it's heated and cooled seats, but not the but if you get the recline package, it can't fold down.
No, it doesn't fold down. You just get just the seats, and you get just the same amount of space in the trunk. It just doesn't fold down to put extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't fold down, go down over there. That's the only difference.
Okay. All right.
And that's the whole spiel.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, yeah. Looks good. Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice.